Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the RogueTech campaign. Now last time I said that we were just going to get on board with cleaning out the contracts on this planet. So that's what we're going to do, just starting with the easiest ones. Getting my best pilots out. Just make some money, make some cash. And then we'll get some of the better mechs that I have repaired so that we can do the harder ones. Although the Firestarter is quite clearly the best mech I have, but I am referring, of course, to the my Irby, which is also a killing machine. I feel like I spend a lot of my time waiting for loading screens. Base destructions are usually pretty easy, but we do have to watch out for sniper turrets. It can be pretty dangerous, especially since they're packing 4 AC2s, although they struggle to hit a lot of the time. Okay. There's the base. Let's get going. Make sure that we stick to cover. So you can tell where the turrets are, you see, because they've got these poles. So there's going to be one there. And there's going to be one there. And there's going to be one there. So that's 3. Oh look, there's the 4th one. Is there a 5th one? Looks like there's 5. And I would presume that at least 3 of those are going to have a good clean shot.
How might I help?
Unless you're in cover. So we just got to play the game carefully. But that's okay, because we have the Firestarter.
Yes, Commander. Missed.
It can't help itself for how meta it is. Oh, a commando. Commando with a large laser. I was just thinking, like, I have so many nearly complete lights now that the opportunity to make good money is starting to close in on me, as it were. 15%, ouch. 10%, that's even worse. Oh well. I think I'll just reserve for now.
Receiving you.
My good old friend the Jenner. What it lacks in tonnage, it makes up for in being a mech, I guess. Okay.
Standing by.
Now it is time for the meta Firestarter to do what it does best, which is completely immolate the enemy in a single blast. Although I'm wondering if I should go behind the Locust just in case the base defenses open up on me. I think we'll go here and play safe. Oh, it's the Jenner. Oops. I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. That's okay.
Confirm. You have orders?
I do have orders. Your orders are to go in and get all meta up in that bitch.
Target's taken a critical hit.
I mean, that isn't even... That's like the worst possible situation for the Firestarter's weapons. And it still did tons of damage
What are your orders, Skipper?
to a mech with ridiculous evasion values. Right, let's just finish off the Locust.
I got you.
Gonk. Okay, some of those turrets have got shots. Oh, they're shooting at the Jenner. Okay. Right, now,
Order.
time for the dark and awe-inspiring power of the Meta Firestarter. Goodbye, Commando.
Engaging.
Oh,
That's a critical hit.
Jesus, there's nothing left of him. One hit, and he's almost dead.
Ready for orders.
One punch. Do 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 do. 3, 2, 1. Kill shot. Hi, Locust.
Targeting for an alpha structure.
Bye, Locust.
Hostile removed. Skipper.
So OP.
Copy that, Commander.
I wonder if I could look at this. He was left with 1 hit point after that. 1 hit point. I attacked him, and he was left with 1 HP. That's how ridiculously OP the Meta Firestarter is.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
Exiting combat. Yay!
You got it.
Time to get up there and get rid of those turrets. Entering combat. Okay. Run!
Down.
Oh, it's a light laser turret. Thought that would be a sniper turret. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. We are short range, so we need to get in there.
Yes, Commander.
Hopefully don't encounter any shredder turrets.
Printing.
Fail. I feel sorry for turrets in this game because they've just got no chance to hit anything under these rules.
Standing by.
Everything is entirely too evasive for turrets to be effective. Unless the target is knocked down or overheated or something. See, these guys are just dinner.
Target destroyed. Skipper.
Let's go.
Stepping it.
Use the road. I'm not quite particularly sure
Reporting.
why roads help mechs to move faster.
Moving lightning fast.
I mean, generally speaking, bipedal movement is quite terrain agnostic compared to, you know, wheels and treads, which are quite
What's the plan?
quite severely impacted by how smooth or not the terrain is. Don't know, just a thought in my head.
Here we go.
I'm sure there's some biomechanics person out there who will be like, well, no, it is actually impacted. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, yeah, it is. Of course it is. I'm just like,
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure.
just thinking like a big, heavy, robotic, bipedal machine would not see terribly much difference between moving along
I'm there.
this kind of moon rock terrain and a road or anything else for that matter.
Engaging target.
Anything that's, you know, solid, that's not like boggy peat or water, shallow water or whatever. How do I get in there? Oh, I can hit him from there. Then that's what I'm going to do.
Gotcha.
You know, for being a short-range weapon, SRMs are actually relatively long-range. Really? Or I feel like they're long-range-ish. I mean, in this game,
Eliminated.
short-range weapons have had their range relatively expanded. So,
Showing minor damage.
short-range weapons in the vanilla game can only generally hit the square next to you. But a lot of short-range weapons in this game can hit several squares in front of them. Or tiles, or hexes, or whatever you want to call them. This guy's going to get brutalized. Yup, that's how that goes.
Turret gone.
All in a day's work for the meta Firestarter.
Roger that, Commander.
This Panther is actually quite slow.
Affirmative.
Turn that crap off.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
DPS is a bit low. Would rather just keep firing the SRMs and not overheat. What is that? It's a light laser turret. Okay. Ah, crap! I'm going to overheat. Wasn't paying attention.
Confirmed.
Oh well.
I'm rolling.
That's me wasting a day of repair time. I suppose when I've got more money, I should definitely consider some mech bay upgrades. Depends on how expensive they are,
Standing by.
so I can get these repairs done more quickly. Yeah, just like move and shoot. Actually, just move and brace. That'll be fine. No way that turret does enough damage
Order.
to do anything major. I just kind of forgot that we were a lunar biome here, so heat management is much more of an issue in a lunar biome. Wow, what did he do there? That was kind of funny.
Firing.
Even the meta Firestarter, with its awesome meta weapons that generate hardly any heat, is still like slowly heating up.
I'm showing minor damage. Yup.
Hey, yup.
Acknowledge.
Overheat alert.
I'm on him.
Blat.
Target
Straight to
destroyed.
Gulag for you.
Attacking from position.
And now the boring bit where you watch me demolish buildings for like four turns at least.
Ready to rock.
What's going on here? Why have I not got actual thing? Oh well, whatever. Oh, I've got sprint selected for some reason. Odd.
Affirmative, Commander. 10-4.
Fire! Ah, man. I wish I had more to say right now, but I just don't.
How might I help? Locking on target.
Probably run out of machine gun ammo soon.
One less structure.
I mean, 10 attacks is basically what the Firestarter's got before the machine gun ammo runs out. It's not bad.
Roger. Roll it down, Commander.
3 more to go.
Confirmed. I'm on him.
2 more to go.
Tango is trash, Skipper. What's the plan?
The plan is kill them all. And turn off sprint mode. I don't know why it keeps turning sprint mode on, but whatever.
Target acquired and locked in.
Get wrecked.
Fresh real estate available.
Okay, do we go for this one?
Firing.
Seems legit.
Skipper. I got you.
Ah, my god. Takes so long.
You have orders?
Bloody sprint mode again.
Moving out.
Let's go.
Good to go.
My mechs are really like struggling to naturally cool down because of the biome.
On it.
Vacuum is 65% of normal heat sinking capability.
What are your orders?
Makes a big difference when you're sort of towing the line quite strongly with your builds.
Firing.
The heat to ass kicking line.
Leopard inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ. Mission.
Sweet, easy money. Maybe I'll get a light mech payout. I wouldn't mind sacking off the Jenner, to be fair. Jenner is a heap of garbage. Its lack of free tonnage is its problem. That's the bottom line. And it does not have the armor to make up for that lack of tonnage. It doesn't really have much of anything to make up for that lack of tonnage. Cool, we went through that pretty much damage free. Just more variants of things that I already had a little bit of, but not a huge amount of. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's quite nice. These ARM modules are actually... they don't weigh anything. They just take critical space. They're actually very good to pick up. They increase your sprint speed and your melee damage, which means that the meta Firestarter could get even more powerful with the addition of a load of these ARM actuators. I think the effective increase is an extra 18% melee damage and an extra 12% sprint speed for 6 critical space and no tonnage. I think after this mission actually that's what we'll do. Loading. I don't know how to speed up the loading anymore. I looked into it, but I'm pretty much doing everything I can to keep the loading times down. It's not working out. Two days to repair that minor overheat. How annoying. Okay, so we're back with the meta Firestarter. And equipment. I still have the advanced materials that I could use as well. This adds bulwark and defense. But bulwark is kind of useless for a light, especially when evasion is so good. Look at this, 1 ton for movie plus 15% heat. I'm not sure what movie is. Yeah, so... Ooh. Does it matter where these go? Triple strength Melonima. Can it go anywhere? It can go anywhere. Okay, so we'll protect as much of it as we can by putting it in the central areas with the most armor. There we go. So now I get an extra, it's 12% sprint speed and 18% melee damage, further increasing the power of the meta Firestarter. Just imagine if I had more of those clan endo steel modules. You know, you could fit another 4 in here pretty easily, maybe 5 or 6 And then add even more machine guns. Make this thing even more meta than it already is. 5 days to do the refits.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
I'll get it in the schedule. In fact, do you know what? You know what? I was just thinking the Jenner is junk and I might as well get rid of it. But this Panther, I'm just repairing it for sale. So I guess I better keep it for now. Okay, the most important thing is to repair the Firestarter. I feel like I could win a half skull mission with just that mech. Not much else to do right now. Let's just sell off some junk quickly. So many mech bits. People screaming, "Why are you selling the AC-20? It's not meta in this game. Sorry, but it isn't." I'm not really a huge fan of medium lasers either. It's all about the SRMs and the short-range weapons, baby. Gotta get me that triple strength polymer or whatever the fuck it is.
Got a new financial report.
The financial report is here to shaft you. Why is this morale bar like split into 2 bits? I don't really get that either. Spartans. $30 is a lot of time when you're on a planet and there's lots to do. We will get all that money back. Finally finished the structure repair as well.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
So now I can invest in more morale improving, cost reducing ship upgrades. But they all require the beta pod. And that is not cheap. Kind of puts a dampener on these, because they're not going to make up for the cost of the beta pod, are they? That's 1,000. Minus 1,450, and the beta pod is going to cost me 3,500, so I think for now we're just going to sit where we are. 25 grand, nope. 8 grand, 7 grand. Those items, I mean, they make sense. They would actually save money by allowing me to repair quicker and get straight back into the fight, but they're not the trying to find the right words. They're not the right move right now, basically. I've got to keep my operating costs low. Right, all my best mechs are ready to fight, so let's do some harder missions and make some bank. Ambush convoy, I hate those. That's a lot of money for a half skull mission. That looks like a... I mean, if I'm judging by money, right? I want to go for this mission or this one. And this one pays more in terms of salvage. So let's do this one. It's a defend base. Should not be too difficult. 3 priority picks. Yeah, once again, you know, I feel like this is the most profitable setup. Mech warriors, prepare for combat. I've got more of those arm actuators. I'll try and get them fitted to some of my other mechs at some point. Got plenty of them. They're not as rare as I thought they would be, so I'm less concerned about losing them. And you could put them anywhere, so you might as well put them in the central torso or something where they can be protected. Increased sprint speed is always useful for a light brigade. Let's make sure that there's plenty of mech junk for me to have. I am seriously considering getting rid of the Jenner as well, because it's just a monthly cost. It's become a monthly cost.
Command interface initiated.
Oh, I've never seen this before. Engineer APCs, where are they? There they are. So these guys are going to chase these APCs, and the APCs are going to run in to try and get the base defenses online. The base defenses consist of some unknown turrets in weird places.
Receiving you.
Okay, whatever. None of this is much of a concern to me. The obvious primary move for me is to run at the enemy. Get close and show them the awe and fear that is the meta Firestarter. I have to be honest, I think the 2 APCs would probably be better. They would be more dangerous than the turrets.
Double time. Let's go.
Just thinking about it. I mean, wheeled APC,
Hostile on sensors.
2 machine guns.
Yes, Commander.
They're not that great, to be fair. The what's it, Sefnir APC? That one's an absolute bastard. Okay, that's the whole. That's like the edge of the map, so the enemies are not going to be there. You would think. You're meant to be defending that base, you idiot. Just like ran through a building completely unnecessarily. That's funny.
Standing by.
Come on. Come on over here. Okay, only the engineers from the first APC actually needed to get in to set the turrets up. Right, where are we?
Reporting.
Let's all get meta up in this bitch, shall we?
As you wish.
Hi, buddy. I hope you're ready to be introduced to the meta.
Standing by.
Oh, this urban mech just cannot jump.
Confirmed.
I mean, it cannot run. It can jump.
Confirmed. Yup.
Hey, yup.
Roger, Skipper. Take
Get on up there. The second enemy mech is a Jenner. It's gonna be a genocide.
Waiting for orders.
Guess it's a generational thing.
Copy that.
I hope there's more enemies than this, because I want some good salvage. I'm not going to get good salvage from a bloody Jenner and a Panther. Let's be brutally honest here. Okay, buddy. Are you ready?
Ready to rock.
This is going to hurt. Get in the meta!
That hit something good.
I mean, the guy has basically been crippled with a single hit. Oh, he's aiming for the APC. Well, how mean-spirited of you.
Skipper.
Wow, just completely blew through that and took out his TSM.
Roger that, Commander.
Okay.
Locking off. All weapon systems.
Machine gun him! That's quite funny.
What's up, boss?
What's up, Mr. Streak SRM? if you would be so bold as to turn this Jenner into bits for me, that would be glorious. Ha ha ha!
Receiving you.
The urban mech.
Moving to position.
Sadly running a bit hot, so we'll keep it simple. None of the turrets can hit. Oh, except that one.
I've got eyes on hostile.
The vaunted and completely useless LRM turret. What do we got there? 2 vehicles. You're not going to survive a second strike from the meta Firestarter, my friend. But let me deal with your friend first, because he has not had his turn. Oh, get wrecked. Are you still with us? Oh, a Jenner? What's that? And 2 vehicles. Nothing exciting.
Need something, Chief?
Yeah, I need this guy dead. And I would very much appreciate it if you finished him. He's taken 2 injuries actually, so maybe I will go for this and see if he punches out.
Engaging.
Yup, pilot incapacitated.
Down.
Not that I'm planning to take Jenner bits, but money is money.
Ready for orders.
I've never known any mech so far to survive 2 run-ins with the meta Firestarter. So let's see what happens, shall we?
Engaging.
Get in the meta! It's so ridiculous.
Standing by. Position confirmed.
Now what, mate? Still here. I should just murder him. Try and make him eject.
Locking on target.
Both legs destroyed.
Hostile removed.
Guess he was stood down. Well, I suppose the missiles can hit the buildings at least, right? Them poor LRMs. So badly nerfed. Ooh, poor laser turret.
Ready for orders.
Yes. It's the urban mech. Gonna make it jump. You got the jump. Oh, it bloody overheated before I could brace it.
Skipper.
That is a very annoying rule.
Quick stepping it.
Oh, excuse me.
What's the plan?
The plan is run at the enemy. Then kill them.
Hey there.
At least using lights, they're very quick. It's only one round of sprinting before I get in range. They're hungry for those wheeled APCs. It's quite mean. Ensure all buildings survive. Does that include the turrets? Probably doesn't. Wow, the turret actually hit pretty strongly on the Jenner there. No, the APC. Those poor engineers.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Oh well, whatever.
10-4.
Okay, can I bring all the SRMs online? I can. Let's go. Oh, maybe this wheeled APC can get his revenge. Oh, he exposed the structure. It would have been quite poetic if he'd killed him. Do I want to go for the Jenner or the tank?
On my way.
I'm actually kind of thinking that I want to go for the Jenner because the tank has got an LRM 20, which is kind of pointless. And streak SRMs are extremely good against evasive lights. In fact, precision strike reduces chance to hit, but if I get 4 missiles in that left torso, it's going to cause a world of hurt. Nah. Ooh, head hit. Pilot will not appreciate that.
Receiving you. Confirmed.
Simple enough.
Move her down. How might I help?
It's time for the Meta Firestarter to strike.
Have no doubt it will be done.
Although I wish you could melee, but you can't see a vehicle, you can't melee it. A Striker and a King Scorpion. Both are very heavily armored. Let's get rid of the King Scorpion.
Target confirmed.
Burnanate!
Reporting one less vehicle.
Pop. How dare you?
Damage is minor, Commander.
Oh, one of the turrets has got a lock on the striker, which means he's now going to get a missile sandwich. Ah, why did you aim for the Jenner? Fail.
You have orders?
Yep.
Certainly.
Squish. Blat. God, could you imagine if I had like 4 of these?
One for the scrap heap.
And more of those high-grade materials. He just lost his right arm to an APC. That's pretty funny.
Good to go.
Punch him in the face. Two injuries for you. And he's dead. Sweet.
Mission successful.
That's pretty nice. I've managed to save all the buildings. Man, it's been an hour already. We should make some good money out of this mission at least. Gotta pay them bills. Gotta settle the accounts. Sweet. Some minor overheat damage that I took. I have a Jenner X. And 2 Jenner Ds. And that guarantees me 2 completed mechs, which I can then flog. Now, I'm wondering something, so bear with me. But I've had this thought. When you get a new mech, it comes to you and it's wrecked, and you can't put it into storage, right? And you've got to repair it before you can sell it and all that kind of thing, okay? So here's my thought. My mech bays are now all full, and I have 2 new mechs coming in. If I use the option send to storage, am I going to get a load of fresh equipment off of these and have a mint condition mech go into storage? Because if that's how it works, then I'm suddenly going to find my life being a lot more profitable. You know, I'm very tempted to actually take that and hope that I get the partials that I want. There's plenty of them. But there's only one UAC5. Oh well, whatever. Okay, So, a couple more heavy machine guns, that will be useful for when I make more meta builds. Let's see if my theory is right. Can I send these new mechs to storage, then immediately sell them for a huge wad of cash, and get a load of equipment off them because they'll be stripped automatically? This might be the big change that accelerates my economy. Because, you know, as I said before, it's just a grind. The economic side of this is a grind. I would be having more fun and being more challenged if I had the money to always attempt hard missions, take losses, and afford to repair those losses, and then go for other hard missions and repeat that process. That would be more challenge and more fun than, and obviously I'd have more money to experiment in the mech bay than doing easy stuff.
That mech you wanted is back online.
No, you can't send it to storage. However, you can scrap it for full value, pretty much. So they did think of that. Because, see, this mech is almost in mint condition, and the value is actually slightly lower. Same type, or close to the same type. Well, I certainly don't want a generator anyway, so I'm going to take the money. And I don't want to repair it, and I can't be bothered. Yeah, look, see? Scrap for 627,000 C-bills, exactly the same as my mint condition Jenner that's only got some very slight damage that's just currently being repaired. And if I took it and stored it and then sold it at the shop, I'm not sure I would get much more money, to be completely frank. Although I will experiment with that. Just out of interest. Oh, what's this? I've never seen this event before. Huh. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to repair that Jenner. Okay, so it's repaired. I'm going to save. And this save is where we will pick back up from in the next episode. But before we go, Jesus Christ, I made so much money. Look at that. I've gone from being dirt poor to unbelievably rich in an instant. Because of the balance of mech parts. Now I'm finally getting enough parts to sack mechs off. I'm making huge money. Anyway, what I want to experiment with is... So that Jenner D, we scrapped it for 627,000 C-bills, right? So what I want to do is I want to send it to storage. Okay, so that's fine. Just as an experiment, we're not going to keep this, just so that I know. Because we're playing 100% Iron Man here. But there's no manual. I can't look this up. So I'm doing this quickly just so that I know. We do not get El Manuel. Look at that. Sold for 627,000. The exact same amount. But that's a fully repaired one. In mint condition. So the balance of the mod is that you should just scrap everything that you don't want and avoid the repair costs. So I made a mistake with the Panther. Right? Well, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the Panther. I thought I might scrap it or I might use it. So I just repaired it with no gear in it. But if my decision is to later be, you know, to scrap it, then I would have been much better off to simply hit the scrap button the moment I got it. So there we go. Right, we won't do anything else anyway because we'll pick back up from the previous save in the next episode. So join me next time. And if you're playing this mod, you now know, scrap your shit.